This is Clix on the Barbie. Join us as we talk about Clix in Australia, current heroclix happenings, and a dash of meta. Welcome to Clix on the Barbie, episode 23. I'm Ben Jones, and with me I have Raphael Souza.
Hello.
And also Chris Rizzi.
Hello.
In this episode, we're going to be talking about our good, bad, and ugly for the week. Any clicks that we've played recently. We'll have a 3 questions too many, bringing it back. We're going to look at how we sold our souls for plastic crack over this couple of weeks, and also share some thoughts about heroclix in Australia for 2022. So let's turn on the gas, light the Barbie, and let's talk some clicks. So we might as well get stuck straight into everything. So let's do our good, the bad, and the ugly. Is there anyone who would like to go first? I am happy to go first. I will go first. Let's
go for it.
Yeah, I'll try to hand it over. So for me, I think everything is that I am still on holiday. So yay, I'm enjoying staying up a bit later, sleeping in a bit, just spending time with the family, and so I'm feeling in a pretty good state at the moment. It's really nice just to relax for a while, and I'm looking forward to the weekend where I'm going to have a bit of heroclix play going on. So, but I can talk about that in a moment. So yeah, everything in South Australia is everything for me is going really well. I'm pretty happy. So yeah, I don't think I have a bad or an ugly. So let's go to someone else. Yeah, I enjoy the holiday time. It's just nice time.
Everything is so good when you are on holiday, right? So there's not even a bad thing.
Oh no, it can be bad because when you look at projects around your house that you have to do, it does get bad because you keep on putting off mowing the front lawn, and it's been like that for 3 weeks, and it's like, okay, something's got to do.
It
something
looks like
you got to do.
It's a near because from the first episode you just talk about gardening. That's all you do, gardening stuff, right?
It never stops. It never stops.
I agree with you, Chris. It never stops once you have a house, and there's always garden, and it always grows. And we're just taking on little projects every day, do a little bit, and then go, cool, we're on holidays, let's do relax. So
just concrete everything. So.
Oh, I wish I could, but I have kids that have to play outside, and I have dog shit that I want to be able to pick up sort of easily.
I've always said that to my wife, but she's always said, no, you're not concreting everything. So I totally get that. Cool. What about you boys? Let's go. Chris, what about you? What's your good, bad, and ugly?
I gotta say, I'm still on holidays for another week. The wife is back working pretty much full time, so I have the kids, and if one of them starts crying, I gotta jump off. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Good is we went to the zoo yesterday, the Melbourne Zoo, so that was fun. And we did have a heat wave over the last few days, but now it's kind of broken, which is nice. And we got our pool clean, so we went for a swim a couple days ago, so it's nice, it's good.
Yeah, beautiful. That's pretty good.
Yep, no bad and ugly, except for bank account, because I decided to buy a bunch of plastic crack, which we'll get into later on. And I pulled out all my heroclix from the shed. It's now sitting in my kitchen and one of my living rooms, so I got to go through everything. And that's my bad because I got to go through everything. But that's all I got.
Nice, thank you. I have gone through my heroclix, or probably just tidying them up a little bit over this Christmas break, which has been really good too, just to get everything reorganized and packed away and sorted. So good luck on your sorting and organizing.
You know, I'm going to pull a Raph and talk to you about this after we finish 3 questions, because it kind of leads into sold my soul to the devil for plastic crack. So I'm going to pull a Raph and kind of go off topic a little bit.
A random Rizzy. I like it. What about you, Raph? How's your week been? What's your good, bad, and ugly?
Bad. it's like returning to work, right? Just returned yesterday. So yeah, that's the bad, I think. Good is that I am having chance to play online at least, not in person yet, but playing online almost every day. Still playing with that friend from Brazil that wants to kind of like practice for, the tournament that they will have like a sort of tournament, an open. I think WizKids. No, it's not Wiz. It's not WizKids Open because WizKids not running an event, right? So they are doing like a their own open. They will have some prize and stuff. But probably is like stuff from last year, I think, that they couldn't run because of COVID. So they will have like this event, in-person event, this month, and we are practicing. So I think this is the good that I'm having the chance to, try new stuff and try the new pieces and try to build something with the new stuff that came.
Will Empire
Yeah.
is Empire legal for them?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
it is.
That gives and more building opportunities, which is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, but I don't think that they will be able to kind of actually get the pieces in time because, like, even if they buy from the US, it's gonna take time to arrive over there, so they don't
Yep.
have the actual products. So it's even if it's illegal, I think at least I am playing some stuff, so at least good for me for practicing. But yeah, I think that's basically it. So bad, returning to work, good, playing heroclix almost every day, and nothing ugly.
Excellent. Excellent. I enjoyed playing HeroClix every day, and so that's just online. You just get a game in and have a bit of a chat.
Yeah.
Yep. That sounds really good. That sounds really good. I'm trying to think. Have I had a game yet this year? I don't think I have. I got a game tomorrow. My friend's coming around tomorrow, so yeah, we'll be having a few games tomorrow, hopefully, which will be good.
And you
But
will
yeah,
play Dark Side, right?
no, oh no. So we play. It's a hard one. We play very casually. So my friend Dwayne, we sort of been doing this for I don't know 5-6 years. Sort of once a week we sort of get together and we just play very casual teams. And he still really loves playing the Justice League stuff from the Justice League set, from the JOU set. So gives me a chance to sort of know he's going to be playing the question or whatever it is, and I can sort of build teams and it's not about all building a team taking down, but like it's more so I'm going to have fun because I sort of know what he's going to be playing, so I'll have fun with this here. And so my last time we played, I played Madrox and the multiple men, so the 200 point, the big dial one, and he was playing Justice Lord. So we've actually played that game twice, and one time I just couldn't catch Martian Manhunter. He's got a free phasing, and I just couldn't get next to him to beat him up. But this other time I managed to get next to him and beat him up, so we're 1-1 on that. So I've built a team.
So I bet you're gonna play Dario Ager or Minotaur.
Well, he said, yeah. So I do love that. I do love playing that team. Dario Ager, Maxi Zeus, the Minotaurs, and the Thing Robots. That's one of the other teams I have that's sort of in a rotation of teams I've been playing. But no, I was thinking even maybe a bit nastier this time. I had, what's her name now? There's a character in Wonder Woman, and she is, she can play at 25 points or 50, and she gives people within 4 squares of her on her team mystics. I can't remember what her name is. So I was gonna this will hurt me if I can't find it now. Where are we? So she is. People probably going. It's this one. It's this one.
I think I
Strife.
know.
It's
Strife.
Strife. So
Strife.
yeah, Strife. Yeah. So I was going to play Strife and play a whole lot of German soldiers because I've got about 5 or 6 of them on my team. Play Dr. Poison so she can make more German soldiers. And yeah, it's sort of just doesn't matter if he kills. So because we're not playing for point win, it's like a clear to table type thing. So if I can keep generating soldiers and he keeps killing them, he's going to be taking mystics damage every time,
Yeah.
hopefully. And
Does
so just
does
sort
he
of
know what exactly is meta? I mean, like, if you build something that is too strong, will he kind of like understand what you did, or you know what I mean? So just build something like with like the bunch of dooms and stuff and Sky Tyrant and etc. And will he realize that like?
Yeah, so we talk. So because it's pretty casual play.
Mm-hmm.
Um, talk about what that means. So like you'll say, "Oh yeah, I could bring this team to nationals." And I said, "No, this team wouldn't sort of make it through because and it's a fun like so playing Justice League or Justice Lords and thing that combinations is really good fun to play. Like I actually really enjoyed it in that fun setting, but." He says, "Yeah, this would be good enough to take nationals." I say, "No, you'd probably need a lot more to that." And
And then
actually,
you discuss
so
the teams, right? Like, okay.
yeah, and then so like, and then then I say, well, look, here's what it looks like, and I can so like say I'll grab my animals team that I've got made up,
Oh,
and I say,
okay.
well, so I got two maggots, I have Spider Hammer Eye, I
Mm-hmm.
have Pip, which is the basic of that team, and then
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
haven't got Grods or anything, but I can put enough in there. I think I've put Red Ghost in because I like popping extra pogs and say, well, I can equip, and the next turn I can carry. I'll be right
Mm-hmm.
on top of you, and I'll start attacking you. And he's like, okay, so we just keep it
Uh,
pretty casual.
okay.
Yeah. So I continue to work with him to build something that might be, a high level play, but it's not how we're playing. We're just playing for a bit more fun.
Yeah, but if you need some tips on like Justice League, you can ask Daniel. Like he was building some like insane stuff with Justice League.
Yeah, no, we've certainly put some really good stuff together with it.
Yep.
Yeah, and yeah, so we talk about it, and it's for hard. It was one of those hard things. It's like say, cool, you have this, and you can do that, and then obviously then I'm playing against him, and I know
Yep.
what he's going to be doing anyway. So
Yeah, but like Wonder Woman with the lasso, is he playing that one? No. So this
no,
might
so
be
no,
something good for him to you can introduce him
yeah,
to this sort of stuff. Like.
and he really loved the Justice League animated set, and so
Mm.
at the moment he's playing pretty much from that. I'm interested to see what he brings tomorrow. Hopefully he'll
Oh,
bring
okay.
something a little bit different, but yeah, it's just about having a bit of fun and
Yep.
just catching up and playing Clix.
Cool.
Again, it gives so I'm not playing the same. Like, I'm not playing my maggot team over and over again. I play a whole lot of different stuff throughout the year,
Mm-hmm.
which
Mm-hmm.
is it gives me value to my collection. Seeing as I
Yep.
spend so much money on this thing, I get to play not just 5 or 10 figures throughout the year. I'm playing like 100 different figures or more throughout the year, which is good. But yeah, we have at my shop Tabletop Warfare this Friday. We're going to have a Clix Learn to Play, which is interesting. The shop has said, "Do you want to come in and run and learn to play?" So I said, "Yep, that sounds great." And
Do
so we've
they
got
post in the website or something like this?
so they post it on their
Like
Facebook
Facebook?
page.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And so and there's something about their Facebook page. It just gets lost. So I found on this Sunday coming up, we've got a 300 point tournament of 300 point event of tournament, I guess, coming up on Sunday. Just 300 point modern, which would be pretty casual, but 300 point modern. And I found it, and so I actually put it on the the heroclix Australian
Mm-hmm.
website,
Mm-hmm.
so people knew that it was actually going
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
because it can
Yeah.
sometimes be really hard to find
But even
on their
the learn to play stuff, like just share with us. Like we can share in our Facebook, or maybe you have to kind of like share in your own page or something like this. So like more people will see it. If this gets lost, maybe just share with us and we can spread the word as well. So.
Okay, I'll see if I can do that. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. It should be very interesting to see who comes along.
Mm.
But I'm more than happy to run something and support the shop, because they support us well, and the more players we can get, the better.
Yep.
That's always going to be something I want to try to do, is continue to increase the player base if we can. So yeah, I'm excited for that as we go through next week. Cool. So yeah, thank you for sharing your good, bad, and uglies. I was thinking in the news, and they shared a picture of like the War of the Realms set and the What If set. No, it's not What If. It's Disney Plus. Sorry, I keep getting.
Disney Plus, yep.
Yeah, it's Disney Plus, isn't it? Because like I guess I care most for the What If stuff that will come out of that Disney Plus stuff myself. But yeah, Disney Plus set, and with that they also shared a picture of a Phoenix Sentinel. What did you guys think of that? You got any thoughts?
I thought it was a cool looking piece. It looks like kind of blew it up and tried to do a Snoop job on it, and it looks like it's coming from War of Realms, but who knows for sure where it's coming from.
I was going to look at, and yeah, and with War of Realms coming, well, release is February, and so I guess we just continue to keep an eye on that. I'm sorry, and this is stuff we didn't talk about before. I was also thinking the play at home kits. They had the is it the Fantastic Four, which is everyone's sort of talking about the legacy cards in that. I believe it is with the Legacy Thanos. I was listening about Legacy Thanos today, and I haven't seen a way to get those here in Australia. They don't have them at distributors.
Sorry, which ones?
So this would be the Fantastic Four. They have so the Fantastic Four, like it's a play at home kit. They call it play at home kit, but it's actually like a store kit. You can get enough things to play 4 people for it, and it had like a Silver Surfer, and you can get packets of legacy cards in it. And let me see if I can find it again. And so, but I was looking for it, trying to figure out if I can get it for our shop, but I'm not quite sure if we can because I've never seen it anywhere. No, I can't.
Did you have a look at the distributor homepage? Sometimes you can find the product there, and then like ask your shop to kind of like contact them.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to see if I can find it and say, hey, can you get this in? But I just haven't seen it yet. So, but probably it's a matter of keeping on looking. It just looked like it had some really cool stuff in it, and I just, I know I went to try to purchase from overseas an Empire Dyson token pack, and when I went to check out, it said that product they can't sell it to Australia. So
yeah,
I don't know.
There is this issue, yeah.
I don't know why that was, but so because I would really like that Dyson token pack because I know it's got the Ultron drone tokens, which would be really nice to have. Anyhow,
which one is this one that you tried to buy? Sorry.
So I tried to buy the Empire Dyson token pack.
Okay.
And yeah, it was from the States, and they said no, we can't sell that product to Australia.
Really?
Yeah, so it must be some distribution thing, and I guess with being a Disney product, maybe I'm not sure. It's really weird. But yeah, Fantastic Four 2021 story play at home kit. It's got a Reed Richards Alpha, an Invisible Woman thing, Human Torch, Doctor Doom in it, Silver Surfer, and then there's legacy cards for like Lockjaw, Redshift, Mole Man, Airwalker, Doctor Doom, Fire Lord, and the Thanos. Which the Thanos looks really cool. He's the one.
Is that the one that's going for $150 or whatever?
Probably. As the price went up on it straight away as soon as that legacy card was shown. Yeah, because it's like that's one from the Universe set, the unique. I think it's unique from Universe. So yeah, and it looks really cool. And so and they've got team up cards. I'd just be nice to be able to get our hands on it here in Australia. So I'm going to check the distributor again. If not, I might have to send WizKids an email and just ask them.
I'm checking, because I'm checking at least Let's Play Games because I have access to their website, and for the Marvel HeroClix Fantastic Four Future Foundation. No, Play at Home. So a bunch of stuff like Avengers, Fantastic Four, Empire, Play at Home. So a bunch of these, there's no stock. in no estimated time. Like it means that they definitely don't have it at all.
Yeah,
And when they don't get it, there's not even a way to get it because they either get it or not. So just say they don't have it. So there's like a chance. We have the Disney Plus Play at Home kit. I can see like a pre-order here in the website, but for the
yep.
past ones, like not a chance. Like just says zero.
Yeah, so it might be an email to WizKids just to ask if there's any way, because I'd love to get my hands on them, but I'm not willing to pay lots online for it, I guess. It'd be nice to have it that we could actually play at a shop. Anyway, that's just saying. I was
The
just.
the one that you mentioned that you wanted, which one was that? So the Play at Home kit
Oh,
for
yeah,
Empire.
for. So no, so I got the Empire one.
Okay.
That has the Wolverine in it. No, it's the Fantastic Four 2021 Story Play at Home kits.
Okay.
So yeah, but it looks like it'd be good fun, but it's just we're just probably not going to get our hands on it. It's got maps and everything in it. Again, just have to wait and see. I'll try to get in touch with my shop a
I'm
little
quite
bit
sure
more
I
and
got
maybe.
I got that one. I'm not sure how. Is it one with like a invisible woman and that sort of stuff, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'm
it's got
sending
yeah.
you a link. Have a look later.
Yeah, I will definitely. Cool. Anyway, so that was, I guess, my sort of news. There's some exciting stuff out there. It's just a matter of if we can get it here. And yeah, I think the Phoenix Sentinel looks really cool.
Yep. Sounds pretty much. It reminds me a little bit of Falcon Abominus, right? You know, like the style of the sculpture, like the size and that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. No, cool. Okay. So yeah, that was my little bit of sharing what's some cool things that are coming, but also frustration that's hard to sometimes work out if we can get them here. But what I might do is, Chris, I might hand it over to you for 3 questions too many, seeing as we haven't had it for a few weeks.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. Thanks,
No
Ben.
problems. Go for it.
So 3 questions too many. This is the wife asked me last night if I was still doing it, and she gave me a couple questions, and I decided there's one was, what is your favorite piece and why? And I'm like, well, we can't beat that dead horse over and over again with Raph saying Dark Phoenix over and over and over. So I
Mhm.
said, is there any other one? She said, yeah. If you, This is the first question, number one. If you could change one thing about the rules, what would it be? From myself personally, I'd say put Pulse Wave back to what it was. But
Boo.
that's me. So what about you, Raph? What do you figure?
Um, I don't think it's like actually like 100% rules, but something I didn't like is that they benched a bunch of powers and
Okay.
some powers just don't come on in some sets, like I
Yeah.
can understand that they kind of like compensate these with other stuff. So let's say they made like longer dials or this sort of stuff, but I still feel that, for example, like playing a game without perplex is weird, and for sets and sets and sets you don't find any perplex, like it's just or invincible. Like I miss
Yeah.
invincible, and like there's no one coming with invincible, like and with a lot of like pain psych and exploit. I understand that there are few pieces that can reduce penetrating, but I really miss like invincible. So like this benched power stuff, I didn't like much. I
You don't
prefer
like.
to have like a set with all the powers available, and you build around what you kind of like feel that it's better, not like bunch of like same stuff. So that's just my thought.
So is it? I remember listening to one of the other podcasts, Empire. Is it they benched Battle Fury? with having pieces that have shape change in that set in Empire, or did I hear that wrong?
No, so I think they started benching powers in Wonder Woman, like take away
Yeah, oh, I
hypersonic
know, but
speed,
I'm just
and
having
they
the latest one is
and they took away shape change and battle fury, but they've
yeah
brought shape change back in for the
for
scrolls.
Empire. Yeah,
But just for scrolls, not
yeah.
it's just for scrolls. But they didn't bring back any battle fury, so that makes things.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
If
yeah.
it's like 100% related to the rules, like one of the things that I didn't like was the plasticity doesn't stop characters anymore. So
Okay.
this kind of like sucks because this was a sort of like strategy. So you put a character with like plasticity to kind of like stop someone running through you. Plasticity just don't stop it, moving anymore. You can just move through someone with plasticity. I didn't like this one particularly.
But
Okay.
comes I found it be super hard at times to get away from a person with plasticity though once if you do get next to them because like hypersonic speed if you manage to find it doesn't have like it's only what was it don't succeed on a 1 but it's still a 50-50 chance even if you have hypersonic speed to get away from a plasticity person I think so yeah it's still hard
Yeah.
but yeah I agree with you that
But it's still 4 to 6, right? Like same stuff as
yeah
in the past.
that's right.
So nothing
Well,
changes.
you
So.
used to get +2 when you used hypersonic speed, but you don't get that
Oh,
anymore.
okay. I see what you mean.
So, it's I've found it hard to get away from people with plasticity. But I agree with the part that people just come flying through you. Well, we used to stop them, but now you can't.
Yep.
And I was thinking, Chris, so you enjoyed a single target pulse wave for damage. You'd like to see
Yeah,
that.
exactly. For 6 damage, yeah, please. If you're able to position your characters like you should be in chess, then you should be able to hit not just dealing 1 or whatever it is. Again, I still have to go back and read all the rules because I forget everything. But yeah, that's what I miss.
No, and that's fair. It was certainly something that you look for, lines of fire. And if you set yourself up well, that should have that value of being able to use that pulse wave to take a person down. Don't worry, it's happened to me many times. Though someone's done it to me, it's like no, but yeah, but no, that's a good one too.
What about you, Ben? What do you?
So for me,
change one thing.
So for me, I think the thing I would like to change back would be to have some knockback damage. Knockback. It was just that little. It was that little thing of maybe adding an extra damage to taking a damage. It's like I remember one time I ran and pushed Valeria Richards off the edge of a building, and cool, she take a damage. Yay, excellent. I enjoyed that. So now that you still have knockback, and I like the fact that it's just a standard 3 square knockback now, but I wish you still had knockback damage. I'd be happy to keep it simple to just if you hit a wall or fall to the ground, you take 1 damage rather than, or if you're a flyer, you. But yeah, you could keep it simple. They could have just said, well, if you hit a wall or you get knocked off a building, you take 1 extra damage. I think that would be fine.
All right. All right. That's a good answer. I never really thought about it that way. Let's move on to question number 2. What is a piece that you're looking to get your hands on? Let's start off with Ben. What are you looking to get?
So I had a couple of this one. I had piece I'm still want to get my hands on that I haven't got is the High Evolutionary Prime. It's just something I would like to have to add to my animals team that I've got going, and one of the few pieces I'm missing from that set. And the Dooms as well, but the High Evolutionary Prime would be one I was really looking for. The upcoming sets, I'm really looking forward to getting a Captain Carter and a Hydra Stomper from the Disney Plus set. That's one I'm really looking forward to seeing and getting my hands on, hopefully.
Cool. I know I only said one, and I'm gonna pull another Raph move here. Is there maybe two others you can go, and we'll go top three?
Yeah. Okay. So,
Sorry, I should have went
you're
for
fine.
top
That's
three.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm in the process of trying to do some trading and stuff, so it's been really good. I've knocked a few things off that I was looking for. Another piece I would love to get a hands on is Doom 67. That would just be enough to sort of complete my Doom chase set. I haven't got Annihilating Conqueror, but look, I would like to get Doom 67 if I could. And thinking out of the new Empire set, I'd actually really like to get a Sentry. He looks really nice. The sculpt looks
Okay.
yeah. Oh, and then I'd go, oh, but the Thor's really nice as well. Oh, and Old Man the Phoenix is another one I want to get my hands on as well. So yeah, there we go. I'll stop because I can keep going now. I'm going to start thinking about it harder. But yeah, so that was some of mine. But yeah, the one I've actually been looking up and hunting down is the High Evolutionary Prime.
Okay. Raph, what about you, bud? Top three.
Yeah, it's like a coincidence that I I messaged Daniel today. Daniel, like, he kind of like, he didn't left the game forever, but like he put the game on, like a parking parking spot, I think, like, for the moment. So
Yep.
I messaged him today if he's willing to sell some stuff that I know that he has. And I'm trying to get my hands on a Green Lantern, the 051 Green Lantern, from the Wonder Woman
From
set.
Wonder Woman.
It's Hal Jordan.
Yeah, the super rare.
Yes, the super rare
Yep.
one.
With the catcher's mitt.
Yes, with the meat. Yeah, that's the one.
Yep.
And along with this one, I asked if he's willing to sell also the extra flash that he has. I have one flash. I need another one. Because it's always
Okay.
good to have more flashes. So those two. I also I'm trying to get my hands on Demon in an Armor from the new set. So
Oh, okay. Yep.
yeah, those are
I
my
have one. I
three.
have one.
Yeah. Don't even tell me, because like you just have your stuff and you don't get rid of your stuff. So.
Well, that's going to be coming up, and sold my soul to the devil for plastic crap. What do we talk about that? So,
yeah, okay. I think
yeah.
Ben, you pulled one as well, right, Ben?
Sorry.
Did you pull one like Demon in an Armor or?
So I got two cases, and I don't want to give too. Well, I think I've talked about my cases. No, I got two Deadpools. I got Magneto, a Venom Magneto, and a Hulk. Yeah, over this Christmas break, I went and got another.
Okay. But did you get like Demon in
All
an
right,
Armor
okay.
or not?
Stop.
That's
We're getting ahead of ourselves because that's in the next segment there.
So you'll have to wait for about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
less than 10 minutes.
But did you get
I can run through
Demon in
mine.
an Armor? Did you get Demon in an Armor or not? In your case,
I'll tell you in a moment if I did or not. I'll tell you in a moment if I got it or not.
Okay.
Stop jumping ahead, Raph. All right. I'm just gonna list off my three. It's the Thor chase. It is Venom Magneto, and third one. It's kind of hard. I don't know why this came up, but that's stupid. Oh, sorry. I thought I closed that down, but something else happened. Yeah, and I'd say another Venom Magneto because I love Venom Magneto. I think it's I love my Venoms is what it is. So if I can get two of him, I'd be so happy.
Yeah, no, he's pretty cool, I must say. And I know you're a big Venomized character fan because you like your Venoms, so they're good choices. Good choices. Yeah,
actually, no. Instead of the second Venom Magneto, it would be the Scarab. That's what I'm looking for. So, yeah. All right.
Cool.
last question. We'll run through this quick. What
I have a
podcast slash
Scarab.
audiobooks
I have a
do
Scarab,
you?
just to let you know. So,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, just
Uh,
saying.
we'll, yeah, we'll talk after. What
Okay.
podcast slash audiobooks are you listening to? Myself personally, I have started listening to some of the heroclix podcasts again. I took a break from listening to them for a while. Uh, but yeah, I'm finding I need to get a renewed interest in this, which is why I'm back listening. So, what about you guys? Do you have anything?
Raph, why don't you go? If you've got something.
Yeah, so in terms of like podcasts, I only listen to heroclix stuff. So that's the only thing I listen to. And I listen to which one? Critical Clicks. I
Yep.
listen to um which one do I
Stuff.
listen to? Yeah, Clicks it off for sure. Um, there is another one. I think it is Coffee and Clicks as well.
That's
Uh,
with English.
yes. And oops, let me have a look here. I listen to Clixing it.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, clicks in it.
yeah.
Dial H for heroclix.
Dial H for heroclix for sure. So
Do you,
yeah, I try to listen to the one with Jay Solomon as well, JSA Clicks podcast.
okay.
Yeah. So,
So
but
it's
because
just all
when I go,
heroclix for you.
yeah, when I go for a walk, I try to go for a walk every day, and I just listen to the podcast while I go for the walk. So basically, all the
Oh,
podcasts.
nice. What about you, Ben?
I fall in the same category as Raph. That the podcasts I listen to mostly are HeroClix podcasts, and he pretty much named them all off.
Yeah.
A Clickstuff, Clixnet, Critical Clicks, and Dial H would probably be my main four. I try to make sure I listen to when a new episode comes out, and and the JSA podcast as well. And one I've wanted to try is the Eagle Cast, so that's one I'm
The,
sort of hunting down and having a go for now.
yeah,
Listen,
it's Eagle Cast is not bad. It's actually pretty good. It's just they're kind of loud. And I'm not throwing a shot over the bow for them, but they're kind of full on, which is funny. It's a good podcast. Yeah.
yeah, no, so I'm looking forward to the fun. Look, as Raph says, he goes for a walk and listens. I usually would do it I usually listen in my car, and at the moment, because I'm not driving to work, I'm not listening to as much. But I'm taking my son to work, so as we're driving, we listen on the way there and on the way back. So then it's great too, because then we get to talk about HeroClix between the two of us. So yeah,
Nice.
that's always good fun. But yeah,
Just kind of tying into that, there was a post on Facebook. I think it was Broadcast. I guess he runs a bunch of tournaments and stuff for money and other things like that, where he was kind of putting a list of who the best content creator was, who the best podcast was, stuff like that, into one giant post.
Oh, nice.
I gotta say, I put our name in, so I got one vote for us.
Nice.
Simeon Bruce, he actually voted for us also, and Brad. Brad did also, which was kind of nice. So we got 3 votes.
Nice.
So we weren't at the bottom of the level, but it was pretty cool. So
I forgot to say Majestics as well. The
Oh, yes.
guys like they kind of like have a so their podcast is more related to like Golden Age, we HeroClix, like all those stuff. But I really like those two guys, so yeah, I listen to them as well. So
sorry. You said you listened to Golden Age. I don't
yeah,
think you understand what that is.
no, I don't understand.
Because
That's
it's not. Yeah, It's
That's like
not
100%
modern
true.
meta.
That's true, but they also talk about other stuff. Like so, when they talk about like Golden Age, I can kind of like skip 30 seconds ahead,
Yeah.
skip again. So, but they talk about like other clicks stuff that I kind of like enjoy listening to. So
Cool.
Talk through a whole lot of different strategies as well
yeah,
that you
yep,
know
yep.
that we don't maybe see in modern anymore, and the things that they come up with, which is really interesting when they talk about their golden age, bronze age tournaments that they run. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Look,
that's Bronze Age. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
and great props to them for running something like that, because they are the ones
Yeah.
that the whiz kids don't care about that, but they have a council of members who get together. Sorry, just looking recount, but like they talk about which figures should be banned or which figures. Yeah,
Yes, right.
so
They
yeah,
do a really good job, like on keeping that stuff up to
yeah.
date.
And with so much out there to find, you can certainly find some interesting combinations of things to play.
Yeah. In that decade. I'm just gonna throw out just a couple more podcasts that I've listened to. Two Bears, One Cave. It has two comedians, Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer. It's real funny. And then I usually listen to a couple hockey podcasts, so I keep up to date on things. But yeah,
Cool,
thanks
that makes
for,
sense.
for yep. Thanks for answering. And that is 3 questions too many. Thanks, guys.
Cool. Thanks, Chris. I was going to say, Chris, did you want to go on to talk about how you sold your soul to the devil for plastic crack? Because that's where we want to move on to. So if you want to go for it, go. Tell us what you did.
Yeah, so what I named this one for is that I sold my soul to buy a bunch of heroclix over the last week or so, and it's yeah, I feel dirty, like I had to take a shower because it was so bad. Because I bought out what I had for Empire at our local store. I actually drove into the city. It took me an hour and a half, which was kind of cool. I don't drive in Melbourne, but it was different. Um, Bought out that. I bought out whatever they had left of the Wonder Woman. So I'll tell you what I got out of that. I was able to pull. It was the what's the name of the beast from Empire? That's Doctor Beast.
Dark Beast.
Yeah, is it the Dark Beast?
From the
The
beast.
chase one. The one that's the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just. I think it's just called Beast.
Just Beast. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was able to pull him.
Nice.
Yeah. I got Hulkling. What else? Infamous Iron Man and Kitty Pryde and Marvel for my super rares.
Cool.
So
nice.
that was okay. From the previous Brick of Empire that I got Demon in Armor for my chase. Venom Iceman. I can't remember the other ones. I don't think they were that good. Oh, Mr. Fantastic. So it was okay. Then I bought a brick and a half of Wonder Woman. I pretty much bought everything there. I was able to pull Sky Tyrant, which was big on my list.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And then I saw that they had one more brick behind the case. I bought half the case, didn't pull anything, bought the rest of the sorry, not the case, the brick. And then I pulled Hal Jordan as my chase. And then, yeah, it didn't work out too bad. So I just got lots of firstborns and lots of Lex Luthors now. So come at me.
You might have to work something out about a firstborn. I haven't got a firstborn myself. I've managed to pick up a Lex, but yeah, we'll have to talk as well. Cool.
So yeah, that's what I pulled, and I spent an arm and a leg, and hopefully my wife doesn't find out and kill me, because then it would just go to waste. So, what about you guys? Have you been able to pull anything good?
I'll go myself. I went in our shop the other day. My wife said you need to go get a game for. You need to go buy a new game. So I went to the shop and got a new game. And over the break, leaving school and things like that, I got some gift vouchers for our shop, and I sort of went through, and I had like $100 worth of gift vouchers. So I was like, okay, well, let's see what I can get with that. And I said, do I have any credit at the store? And they said, yeah, you got $150 credit. So I was like, wow. So I've got like $250 here. So in the end, I said, look, cool, I'm going to grab a brick of Empire. Because I didn't want to grab too much because, well, you know, I've already brought 2 cases. So, but I thought, well, this is almost a free brick. So grabbed the brick, started opening, and I got a beast, the Sorcerer Supreme Beast for a chase.
Yep.
I got, what else I got? I got a Marvel. So I've had a few of those now. I got Mr. Fantastic, which I didn't have, which was great. I got Captain America as well. And I also got Demon in the Armor in that brick too. So
Hey, hooray!
it was a double it was a double chase brick. So I know that sort of
that's good.
Seen that out there around the place. Yeah, I was like, wow, awesome. That felt really good. So that was from almost a free brick. Well, I guess I've paid for it over the years and things like that. But yeah, so that was
Okay, now let me have a look if I have that high evolutionary here in my collection.
the High Evolutionary Prime. It's the
Yes.
Prime one.
Okay.
But yeah, so I was pretty happy with that. They were happy to get the Captain America because I didn't have it. Mr. Fantastic was the same. Yeah, and feeling I've actually I really enjoy the set as well. It's a really good set. So so that was my success, or I guess my I'm trying to hold off buying more until War of Realms comes out, but I don't know how long it'll last.
What about you, Raph?
Uh,
Do you buy boosters
right.
or you just
So
buy individual pieces?
it's a sort of like a mix depending on like how do I feel that I want stuff from that set, right? So there are some sets I buy absolutely nothing, like 0 boosters, and then I just go for singles. I did this for House of X, that I didn't like much of the stuff from the set.
That was a good
And
decision.
yeah, because that set was a bit of meh, right? Like, yeah, I didn't kind of like it. And then just buy like singles. And depending on if I like the set, and then I just do a mix of stuff. So for example, for this one Empire, I bought, let's see, a case, I think. Yeah, it was a case, and then I just complete with whatever I need in terms of like singles. So that's basically now I am after the demon in an armor, and that's basically it. So until people start playing with the new set and create new stuff, I would just like buy whatever I think it's playable. But for the moment, I don't see much stuff like from apart from what I got. I don't see. And even for example, you said like, oh, I like the Magneto, Venom Magneto, right? This is gonna
Yep.
cost like a lot. So instead of like buying him, I'll probably just build something else. That's basically how I kind of like try to. So unless like there is something that I really really like it, and I plan to kind of like play, otherwise I'm not gonna spend that amount of money. So like there are only few pieces that I spend like more than like $100 were like, let's say, Q, for example, Q Prime. I bought that stuff because like I really wanted, and I was planning to play that piece. Um,
Yep.
but yeah,
And the
like
question would be, you didn't get it in time for Nats that year, did you?
no, I didn't. No, I had to play the other one. I had the other queue, so I played the 50-point queue. But by that costs a lot. Like I mean, in terms of like not money, but points. Because like
Yeah.
50 points, it could be like 30 points, and and something else. Like it could be basically like 30 points plus a Dark Phoenix, because like I had like Flora. I could just drop Flora and add like Q and Dark Phoenix, so that Q overcosted on my team for the Nets. But yeah, but that's basically like how I usually plan to do my stuff.
Okay. So my question now, this is me going off of the rails like Raph usually does, is how do you decide what to give up? Because I mean, I love completing sets. I know there's no way in hell of ever doing that nowadays. But see, like for Wonder Woman 80th, I have a Guy Gardner and a Hal Jordan that I have no interest in.
Ooh.
So I would love to try to turn them over into a Venom Magneto, but I don't know if I can pull that trigger to try trading them off, because I am a completionist, even though I can't do anything really. So how do you guys come at that?
I am a hoarder, so I just tend not to get rid of anything. It's very, very rare that I would get rid of something I only have one of. And like, yes, I think I've done it a couple times, and then I've gone, no, I really wanted to keep that one. So I'm not a completist, so like I don't have to complete a set. But I usually, what I get is what I get,
You hold on to it.
Yeah, I can't. My wife would probably love me to get rid of some of my heroclix, but I just can't get rid of them.
Yeah, well, I got 300-liter storage bins full up of boxes, and then I got 255-liter ones that are, again, full up. So, I mean, and I left a lot of my collection back home. So, I know my wife would love me to get rid of this shit. So, yeah.
And it becomes about if it's a part of the like. So I hear what you're saying. You go, I don't have no. If you have no interest in Hal Jordan and probably especially Guy Gardner, like it could be good things to turn over to something that you like. But then you're going, but I haven't. Like, so some people are okay with going, I've owned this for a bit and I'm happy to move it on to own something else. Whereas I'm like, I own this now and no one else can own it because it's mine. That's there, and so I totally get where you're at, because like there's sometimes I go, do I really need this piece? Like, so I still hang on to a few Phoenix 5 pieces, and I only got like, I think I got Emma Frost and Magic as my 2 Phoenix 5 pieces, and I don't think I've ever played them, but I still hold on to them and go, cool, I possess them. So yeah, Raph might be a bit more into the turnover of figures. I'm not sure. But
Yeah, I complete like I'm not attached at all to any figures. Like everything on my collection is for sale. Like if you pay, just pay the price and I'll sell you. So that's and I think that's something you can do, Chris. Is like you're not gonna be able to trade. Like don't even try to trade in Australia. This is not something that happens, but you might be able to sell, right? So, for example, just try to sell as quick as possible, because let's say the price still holds for a while. So Guy Gardner might give you like, I don't know, like 50, 60 or 70 bucks. I don't know like how much it is now, but at least you can use the money to buy like Venom Mags if you want to, right?
Yeah.
Trade's not gonna happen, but that's what I do basically. Like everything that I don't plan to play, I'm open to sell. Like you can buy anything from me, like if you want to. I just, if I don't plan to play, said, for example, I just got this because of the object, for example. So I bought something. I bought like Diablo for, like the object, or something that I bought and I don't think I'm gonna play because I don't like it anymore. So I'm fine selling that stuff. So I have like 4 Dark Phoenix, I think. I'm not gonna use them all, so I'm open to sell.
I'll give you $5 for one of them.
No, for selling for the right price, right? I'm not a scalper, but I'm just
$7, and that's my final offer.
I heard 70.
No, I heard
No,
seven, seven. And I'll give you a
7. Okay.
half a ham sandwich that my wife made, and she makes good sandwiches. She's a chef.
Yeah. So
and
yeah. So
and I
basically, that's it. So yeah. Mm.
and I like that
Yeah,
thinking, Raf. I wish I had that. I
yeah,
could
Yeah,
just
and
and
see,
I sold even complete set. I had the only set I completed so far was Dark Phoenix Saga, right? Someone came to me and said, "Oh, I want this, and that piece," and I was like, "This is gonna break my set, but like, who cares?" And then I sold the pieces. I just want to make money to buy more stuff. I said, "Okay, I'm gonna sell you," and that's it. Like the guy wanted like no Juggernaut and this sort of stuff. I'm never gonna play. He said, "Yeah, okay, just take it." Like I'm not gonna play it.
yeah. Well, that's why I'm going through my sets now because I mean, I got the full set of zombies, the Marvel zombies, the super villains, but then I also bought a collection last year that had I think 7 or 8 of them that I'd love to throw together, sell off for I think $300 is what I could probably get for them, and then but it's just me getting the time to go through everything that's kind of killing me. So
But you're
yeah,
gonna have to sell probably outside Australia, right? Not sure that anyone
yeah,
here will buy it. So, and
yeah, I
I,
know.
I
And
also
that's
like I sold a bunch of stuff to Throwing Toad like last year. So there are some stuff that they really pay you well, like really well, because they are out of stock and like someone wants it. So I sold like some comb Ellis, like this that sort of stuff. They were paying like a ridiculous amount of money, and then I just listed everything, ship it to the US. They gave me, and if they give you store credits, you even get more money because they pay you like 30% on top of the money in store credits. And I said, yeah, okay,
yeah.
I'll take it.
But I mean, what you're selling to them is not as they take advantage of you for one thing because they are trying to get
hey,
stuff. So
No, I mean, like
what?
they still need to kind of like put their, but if you look at the price that they are selling, sometimes they are just getting like $10 on top of me. That's what I said. Like it's still good. It's still good deal. Like they are
Yeah,
not paying you like half of the money. They pay you like a decent amount of money. And they throw like store credits on top of that. So that's like the good stuff.
yeah. So just looking up for zombies on Troll and Toad that you can sell to them.
Mhm.
There's you can sell a mole man
Mhm.
for $22, but
Mhm.
that's the only one you can sell.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah. They
can't
want
sell
some
any other
specific
zombies to
stuff.
them.
Yeah, they want some
Yeah,
specific stuff. That's like more not like the whole collection. So that's
yeah.
basically like like
That's the problem with that.
the convention stuff and etc. That's more stuff that is easily to sell them. Like yeah.
Yeah, but when you can sell a mole man for, I think going price is probably about $40. So so they do take a big cut out of that for what you should be able to get, but it's the time and effort you put into trying to find that person that out there wants it. So
Mhm. Mhm.
that it
Yes,
kind of
exactly.
offsets.
Yeah.
I've sold shit tons to Troll and Toad before, but
Mhm.
it's just for some things I don't think that they price it right. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
they,
for
it
example,
is a business that they do.
for example, like they pay you just an example here, like for like a modern piece, right? They pay you 72 US dollars for a scarab, okay? And on top of that, they will probably throw like if I'm not wrong, like let's say 30% on store credits, right? So you get like $10 more or something. So let's say 80 bucks, right? In the end. Um, Try to sell a scarab for $80. Like you have to ship, like you have to deal with like people complaining that you didn't ship in a good way and etc. Right? So if you sell like a bunch of stuff, it might worth it just like to get rid of like the work of like as you said, finding someone to sell that stuff and etc.
Yeah. So if you want to buy a flash for $40, you would drop your money right there, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what they're buying flashes for.
Yeah.
Is $40. Yeah.
But you know you can get a lot more for that if you just sell it on the open market, which makes total sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So what they're selling those flashes for are $85. So it's just the price difference there. It's crazy because you don't want to be giving up a piece like the flash to get $40 when you can probably sell them for 70.
Yes, that's correct.
So
Yeah, that
yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a
So
very
it's
sought after like piece, right?
Yeah.
We are talking about like really, really top stuff. But for example, let's say you have like something from convention, right? Like Batmobile or some of that shit, Weapon X, or I had like Mandarin or like those sort of like old stuff. I had like Pizza Face, like those
Yeah.
old stuff. They were paying like a good amount of money for that stuff. So, so yeah, okay.
So I guess it's about
Yeah.
finding the right things that they're looking for as well, and then and trying to it's that balance between
Balance, yeah,
selling.
there's a sort of balance.
Maybe if you want to get
Yeah.
if you want to get rid of a whole heap, that might be the place to do it too.
Yeah.
And that's what I've done in the past with them is I've gone like you get so many doubles and triples of commons, uncommons, rares that it does add up because I think I've sold twice or three times to them for $160, just all the little extras.
Yeah.
So it does work out if you sell that little stuff, but
if you want to sell the whole stuff, maybe the guy from Majestics wants to buy it. I know he buys like lots, like full sets and that stuff. So
yeah, well that's the problem is he's not buying from overseas to do that.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay.
Because I know there's another guy in one of the other states that's trying to sell his collection for how much was it? $8,000.
Oh,
and he's got everything.
Oh,
wow.
I see.
I can't. Do you remember his name, Ben?
No.
It's Ben Friends. It's Keith. It's Keith.
Yeah, Keith. That's it. And
All right.
I mean,
yes, I know. Yep, I know who you're talking about now. Yep.
Like you try to talk to him about this piece and that piece, and it's like, oh, he wants to sell everything, and it's like, okay, well,
yeah.
I don't know if I can do that.
I tried as well, so I ended up buying some batteries from him. All his batteries, I guess.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So.
It's
just me trying to decide what pieces to let go because like Guy Gardner and Hal Jordan, they might be good pieces, but they're not doing it for me really.
And again, they might just not be the style that. Like, I find it interesting. It's about keeping pieces I enjoy to play, not just because they're super competitive or something like that. Like that, the Guy Gardner looks really great with his chainsaw and everything like that, and probably would fit my play style in some ways. But the Hal Jordan not so much. And so you keep things that work for you and get rid of things that don't. I will say that it's very rare for me to do, but put up a whole lot of stuff for trade on the Australian forum, and I've done some trading off of that over the last week, and so I'm still trying to work out a few more deals. So I'm just saying there was some opportunity out there to trade, and I've tried to take up as much of it as I can. So it has been good to do some trading.
See, now it comes to the part where Venom Magneto is going for $200 US, and then it's do you pull the trigger on trying to chase after him in a brick, or do you cut your losses, spend the $200, and then it could be $250 with what we have to pay, but I don't know which way you go. Do you try to pull it or not? Because we're sold out now for Empire in Melbourne. So
and I don't know if you can get any distributors either. And I know that Aussie Collectibles is sold out of theirs. I think we have 3 bricks left at our shop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. And that's yeah, because I know I bought one. So yeah, there's not much of it around either. I don't know. It's one of those things. I balk at paying so much for a HeroClix, like $200 for one. I'm going, I can buy a case and I can buy, I can buy a brick and have a whole lot of swaps, but I can still buy a brick. So for me, in the end, it comes down, do I actually need it in my life? Right. So if I didn't get Venom Magneto, can I live without it? I've been able to live without the high evolutionary prime for a while. It's still one I'm searching for, but I'm not paying exorbitant money to get it. I looked at getting it from overseas from Troll and Toe, but the postage was just ridiculous to get it here. So
Yep,
um,
I emailed them and then I can tell you offline, but they answered to me why the price is ridiculous at the moment. So
Yeah, that's because a lot of places aren't shipping over to Australia. So
yeah,
I
I
know
think
Last
like
Cabinet Hobbies has my stuff on hold.
USPS is not shipping to Australia, so they have to use UPS, and that's the reason why
Yeah.
it's expensive. So when USPS like returns, they will be able to do that. The cheap
so it's
one.
just waiting to get
Yes,
that postage
exactly.
back
Yeah,
for
yeah,
us.
yeah, 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 yeah.
No, cool. Okay, well yeah, that's been good discussion. I like it. And I good luck to you, Chris, as you go through that collection and work out what you want to do, because it's a hard one.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, so let's move on. So, what are your thoughts for 2022 for HeroClix play in Australia? What would you like to see?
Okay, you know what? First off, I'm gonna say my title because I thought it was pretty good.
Okay,
So it's please God, it's 2022. Can we finally have a good year? Last one I remember was 2017. Never mind, that one sucked also.
Yeah. So what would you hope would happen? What would you expect to occur this year for HeroClix in Australia? Take it away. Raf, have you got thoughts? What would you like to see happen?
Yeah, let Chris start because he thought about the whole title stuff. So yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Okay.
What do you expect for the year?
Hey, what can I say? I'm just a god at making titles for stuff. That's what it is. That's the only reason I come to this whole thing is I think of titles.
So
It's not to play HeroClix. I haven't played in 8 months.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yep.
What are we expecting to happen with local events in each of our cities? I know for Melbourne, we're getting. I'm going to every 3 weeks trying to have an event.
Excellent.
I actually this past weekend I went to my local store. The owner was there because he brought the brick of Empire with me that was in their warehouse, which was really nice of him. And he asked me what he has to do to help me grow HeroClix because he's getting some new people doing their media and social media, and they're going to actually teach one of the store workers how to play. So
Excellent.
that should help. And then putting out more social media saying that HeroClix is this day. Come on out. We'll try to teach you. Blah blah blah. It was really nice to see what he says. So now I just gotta figure out how to bring more people into the game, which just shoot me dead right now, please. So yeah.
That is a hard thing, but it's good that your store is really open to it. That makes things a lot easier to work with. Yeah, that's the same for me. My store is very open to us playing HeroClix there and trying to encourage new players. Like as the new manager there said, look, let's have, as I said, that we got this learn to play on Friday, and that's to try to encourage people to come along. It's school holidays, so maybe get some kids into it. I always go, mums and dads will look and go, oh, it's pretty expensive, but they'll buy really expensive things for their kids anyway. So a packet of HeroClix, I don't think it's too much to ask, or a booster. And yeah, we'll hopefully get some people to play through that as well. And then my goal is to continue to have at least, I guess, 2 events every month at the shop as well. So we could just have that really consistent play going and build that in people to come along and play. So that's what I was thinking about my local shop. Raf, you playing locally or are you just still playing online?
I think like from my point of view, I think we are not gonna be able to play much in store. I guess like
Yep.
because like COVID's again getting worse around here,
Yep.
and like Australia is very like restrictive in stuff. Like everything that happens, they just shut down everything again. Like, oh, few cases here, shut down. Few cases there, shut down. Like, so I feel that we're gonna have like another year, like like last year, with shutting down stuff, and I don't know, probably nothing much happening in terms of like playing in person. So if there's anything like to focus for me, I would focus in the online play, and even trying to kind of like think how we can make a nationals, or even if not nationals, like an event, uh, um, bigger bigger than our like league, something
Yeah.
that we can kind of like sit for like 1 or 2 days and play. uh but maybe that's where I'm gonna focus my energy, because I don't think like like a store play will be something, to be honest, and maybe and even make people traveling and this sort of stuff. So that's basically my thoughts for the year. I think I'm a little bit pessimistic on this, on this year again. I'm not seeing things improving. So
I'm not sure. I know things are moving upwards in case wise, but I think we're not shutting down. So I think our stores, and I'll obviously keep in contact with the manager with that as well, because they might just go nut. But yeah, I for myself, I'm really hoping we can have a nationals this year in person.
Yeah.
I think we need to. It was 2019 was the last one, and I think we need one this year. And as I've said, I think I've said before, my shop is keen to run it. They're quite happy to run something for that. They've sort of said we can use the store. They've got another space that they could use as well. And so that's something I'm sort of trying to head towards. Probably, I'm thinking towards the end of the year. So we've got some new sets ahead of us as well. And so,
do they have air conditioner in the store?
yeah, they do.
Because that last year, like the last nationals was so hot, but so hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, like, let's play during the winter, or like at least have aircon.
Yeah. Well,
Nah,
we said.
fall or spring.
So, yeah. Well, so it would be in. I'm thinking the last quarter, so October, November, somewhere around then, probably. Yeah. No. And look, my venue's actually. It's really cool. They've got an upstairs part where upstairs is all about where you can go play in different rooms and things like that. But they've also said they have an agreement with the council that they can just go and use a space in the council hall, I think it is, a big space that you could use to run it. And I think I know the space they're talking about, and that would be really cool.
Nice.
So, and so then it's about, well, who would be able to come to nationals, and if we were to put it here, who would, South Australia. So we've generally had it in Sydney, because Sydney is where probably the bigger population base of heroclix players is. It's the sort of, if you're coming down from Brisbane, it's not far. Up from Melbourne's not far. Across from Adelaide's not too far either. Anthony's coming from Canberra. If we were to have it here, it would change that, and then who would be able to come as well. So, but that's something I certainly would like to see, is an in-person nationals this year. And if we can't get it organised somewhere else, my shop will be keen to get it organised here.
Would we do it even without WizKids support?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that too, and maybe
It would be hard.
Yeah. It wouldn't say, because I think one of the things people love going to nationals for is to play against each other, catch up as heroclix players, but you also go for some prizing as well. And if WizKids have said that they are looking to get back into nationals and worlds this year themselves, but I guess we'll wait and see what happens with that. And that's why I like trying to get some of the so for myself, I'm thinking about this Fantastic Four story kit, and my shop could get that and just hold it, and that could be some of the prizing for nationals or something like that. I don't know. I'm just trying to trying to think what we'd do. Like I've got super rares that are trades and things like that, and no one wants them. Maybe I could chuck some of those. I don't know, but looking at pricing would be something that I'd spend some time looking at. Thought about. Maybe
you'd also maybe try to talk to Good Games up in Sydney there, see what product they have left over from their 2019. I know it's old stuff, but I don't have a Batmobile, and that could be used. Try to get it at cost if you can.
Yeah, and that's the sort of thing.
It would probably be reach out to ROC maybe to see what they do.
And it might be one of those things that might be purchasing if the Rock is still doing like a winner map kits, and get a couple winner map kits, and then we have some maps that we could use, and maps that people can take as prizes and dice. And I really love their card sleeves that they have. On a side note, I really like them for heroclix. They're just really nice, and and it's just about building some prizing. So for the year, like hopefully the shop might go, a brick of whatever the latest set is up for first or something like that, because we haven't got con exclusives or anything that are going down. But I don't know if anyone got a Wonder Woman or Jumper, and if we could find one of those and get one of those as a prize, that could be good too. I don't know.
Yep, that's they do have winner bricks over in the States all the time, so that's one way of doing it.
Yeah, we can also do like bricks and stuff as prizes, right? Like if we can't get like official prizes, we can do that sort of stuff.
Only problem with that is we'd have to make sure that whatever store it's at, that they ordered way extra of the previous 3 sets to make sure that there was enough, because that was the problem up in Sydney with, what was it, X-Men?
Yeah, maybe just don't do battle royales with like the sets we are giving as a prize, right? Just do battle royales with something else.
So let's say, okay, so thinking future wise, it's a we're going to hold nationals, and it comes up and it's a DC Batman set. Let's say DC War of Green Lantern set, because I know we've talked about that before, and it might be a brick for first place, 2 boosters for second, or whatever it is. You could break up a case and use some of that as prizing.
But then 5, 3, and 2.
Yeah,
and then second, third, and fourth.
And then maybe like if we do battle royales, it might be the What If set. Oh, sorry, not the What If set. What is it? Disney Plus set. Because my shop had lots of that in store, and we use those.
Yeah, it would have to be. I don't know how many players you'd get. You'd have to make sure that you got, I don't know, 10 cases of the latest one, 4 cases of the one previous to that, 3 of the one previous to that, because you're always going to be trying to chase after your chases and stuff. So I mean, it would fly off the shelf.
And having stuff in a shop where people come and buy off the shelf, with that for them, they'll be able to sell product. Look, I already know my store gets at least 6 cases, because I know I buy 2 of them, sometimes 3 of them. But yeah, I know that. I think between Alan and I would have had 4 cases of Empire so far through our shop. So I think my shop generally gets 6 cases, and so it'd be about saying, hey, you might want to just up the order, because people would probably want to buy some of this stuff. But that's my dream for this year, is that we have a nationals. I was even thinking it's a trophy, like just having a trophy as well for maybe first place could be really cool. That's not hard to do. Go to a trophy shop and get something made. Like, I'm happy to donate that. Look, and I'll go, cool, well, I'll just get a little barbecue made as a trophy, and there we go, and we can say sponsored by Clix on the Barbie. And it might be pay for us to talk to WizKids as well, and I know some people have some good connections with them, so
and some people don't.
I won't be going through you, Chris.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't.
I think of things like Jeremiah Peterson. He makes the heroclix trays. I
Yep.
don't know if you've seen those.
I got 3 of them.
You got 3
They're
of
really
them because
nice.
they look really nice, and I'd love to get one myself. Again, at the moment, getting stuff from the US is just hard, so it's not worth it. But
Yeah.
later in the year, it might be great and say, cool. Well, I don't know how much they cost, but if
Yeah,
we
you
could
have
get
to
5
take
of
care
those,
because that stuff is wood, right? And we have like
yeah,
several rules about wood being imported to Australia.
yeah,
So
but it'd be stained or something like that, I'm sure. So
yeah,
it should be.
It wasn't.
Wasn't okay.
I got mine through, so
So
pretty good.
then it must be okay. Yeah, and they look really
Yeah, it's
great,
just
and
balsa wood.
yeah, that's yeah, and so and be great for prizing as well. Like yeah.
yeah,
So
that should be
I
great.
was just sort of just trying to think outside the box rather than go, oh no, we haven't got any con exclusives that we can use for prizing. Well, what other things would be really
Or
cool?
even those
People,
dices. We remember like there's a guy that do dices.
yeah,
Like with
dance.
do you remember the name of the guy? Like the special
I think
dice
I
stuff.
can't. No.
yes, I think it stands Sikowski or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. This guy, yeah, yeah. Yeah, like he made custom dice, with like a bunch of stuff, like heroclix stuff, like Deadpool face, or like Green Lantern face, or symbols and this sort of stuff, like all sort of like cool dice stuff.
Yeah, so I think if you're so I like the idea of having a bigger event online, Raf. I just don't know if we'll get everyone in the same place at the same time for that. For like a 3-day, like a 2-day event online, and that's why I
Yeah,
think. Sorry, Chris.
that's hard because it's all you're doing is staring at a screen, and
Yeah,
it's no fun.
yep.
So
And so our league, which we've got going, I think it's been really great because we've been able to stay in touch with each other. It's only 1 hour, like an hour and a half, whatever it is, every week or fortnight. This one's stretched out a bit over
See,
the Christmas
Chris,
break.
just 1 hour, Chris.
boy,
And
I'm
sometimes
sorry, I got 2 kids.
sometimes it's hard to find the hour, and I get that with 2 kids. But I
You know how
think
hard it was to this because I have my daughter sleeping in the pram just in case I got to get up and rock her. It's shit, but I still love her. So
And so that's my dream, that we have a nationals this year, and if anything, I'm going to try to if it doesn't happen somewhere else in Australia, I'm going to try to make it happen here. And so
yeah,
then it'd be
then what I would have to say is you'd have to get solid numbers for whatever you're running, so you can plan ahead for what it is. Now, doing the whole custom dice thing, I think that would be kind of cool, but you don't want to be putting money towards that for participation prizes, I don't think. So
That's true.
you'd really have to allocate where your money is going, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do. And so I don't want to spend thousands on this myself, and
Yeah.
it's I want to get everyone together to catch up again. It's been 2 years since I've seen you guys, and it'd be great to catch up again. And yeah, so I think my venue is really nice, and I think people would enjoy it. So a little bit bigger than the boxy square we're in last time, when we were at Hurstville at Good Games. But don't get me wrong, I did enjoy that. It was pretty intense atmosphere though.
Yeah, and I know I could probably have it at Cartastic. It is I think it's smaller than what Hertzville was or whatever it is. But I think with them trying to say, hey, what can we do to help you out? I think they'd be willing. And I believe, Raph, you said your buddy up in Bendigo, is it Gruff Gaming?
Gruff, yeah.
Yeah, I think he'd be willing. And I've been in that store, and it's actually kind of big. It's kind of nice. So
Yeah, we have
It's
options.
just finding the right.
We have options.
yeah, we have options.
It's finding the right sitting, knowing who would make their way. Like, I feel, Chris, you'd be there. Raph, you'd be there.
Yep.
I know I would be there. So that's okay. Cool. That's 3 of us. I'm sure Bobby.
We just have to make sure that Raph can show up with any kind of team that he would put people off of.
Well, no, this is the time he can just come and play as hard as he wants, which is
Yes.
great.
Yeah,
We're all
well,
doing the same thing.
That's the time
that
I
bring-
wait for.
I know. Well, this brings me to my next point. My next question here is: how do we cater to the events to bring in the casuals that don't like the meta? Because you have people like Chris Comafor, you have Dave, you have, I think there's probably another 5 or 6 guys that just don't want to do the meta. And how do you get them to spend the $200 on a plane ticket to come see you? That's another thing you have to look at, right?
Yeah, and that's where I'm going with. Like, so again, is Sydney the place? Because they would probably come along, but they might not come to, pay a couple $100 to come to Adelaide. And it's not just that. Like, I know when I would head to Sydney, I'd go, this is $500 to $1,000 by the time I got a plane trip there and back, and you accommodation, and then you're paying for the playing of heroclix and food and
Yeah,
last.
it adds up.
Does, and it's got to
So
be
how do you
what
cater
if,
the events to them?
No, just a second. What if we kind of like don't need to be now, but like soon, we start a sort of like a poll on Facebook, just asking like which city would you go to play HeroClix, and then people can vote, and then we see how many we get. Like even multiple vote, like in voting multiples. So,
Yep.
what do you think about this?
Yeah, that's one way to do it. It would be because you'd have what 3 options. Would Sydney be one of the places? I don't know if they're around anymore.
Yeah, I think we should just add to see if like a lot of people will go. Like if Sydney will definitely win and by how much. Like just throw there.
Yeah, there's got to be a store to play at. That's the other thing,
Yeah.
right? So, I would.
There has to be a community to play at that we haven't killed somewhere. So
I know that my friend I've been teaching for the last couple of years to play heroclix. He said he'd come play at Nationals if it was here in Adelaide. Like, it's just down the road, but he's not going to jump on a plane and go to Sydney to play. So that's that casual play that you're probably talking about, Chris. I don't know. I think Nationals almost comes down to those die-hard people that really want to play Nationals in some ways.
We also have like other fun events, right? Running in parallel. Like the battle royales and other stuff. We can think about other formats. Why not? Like a curated format that will attend those kind of players. So, for example, silver without objects, without ID cards, and all that stuff. Why not?
Yeah, we could certainly.
This?
Well, if you go like so, generally Nationals has been like so. A Saturday is sealed and then constructed qualifier, and then Sunday is the final and battle royales occur. You could have something on a Friday, which is the casual kind of event thing, could be a Silver Age or it could be a tag team thing. Not, or we could certainly come up with something else to just play and have some fun. But like, are you going to pay, $500 to do that? To travel, I don't know. So it's just one of those things. And maybe having a poll would be valuable to see who'd be interested in having a Nationals in Australia, who'd be interested in having a Nationals Australia this year, and just go from there.
Yep. Agree.
I feel like Chris's daughter's woken. I think yep.
Yeah, so it might be time for us to wrap up, right?
Yeah, well, that's right. I was pretty close to it. I think we just went for a little bit longer there.
Yeah.
I know another thing I want to do for make sure this year is to continue to have my casual games against friends. Just enjoy playing a whole lot of different stuff in that casual format. It gives me a lot of chance to try out pieces, and I hope we continue our virtual league as well, because I've really enjoyed that part of catching up every once in a while with different people around the country playing. And I think the formats have been pretty good.
I really would like to play like in store. I just don't think that people want me to be in the store, so that's why I don't actually go. So
sorry guys, I closed down my page, so I missed the last 30 seconds.
It's okay. We thought you might have been dealing with daughter.
No, she's out, so it's good.
Cool.
And the wife is back now, which is nice. She's always nice to be home.
So
You
any
just give me a weird look.
any last thoughts on heroclix in Australia? So Chris, you want to get things going at your store, and we want to have the nationals. Anything else?
Yeah, no, it's just about trying to get people back to the events if we can. So
And I know that with our events, like we call it 300 point modern, but we're pretty casual with it. Just trying to keep it nice and simple. There's no need for me to come and run like a Sky Tyrant team at my shop, because that would be just puts people off. So trying to get people in and then gradually build on some of that strategy. I know towards the end of last year we had a strategy session where we talked to the younger players about, you can put these pieces together. We said bring your collections in because they're small enough that they can. And, you can put these pieces together here, and that makes a really good team. So I guess that's how I've sort of gone about trying to bring new people into the game, Chris.
okay.
Cool. And I think that we're pretty much done for tonight. So it's been great. I always really enjoy these chats, boys. It's good fun.
Yeah, and you know what? I actually like taking over the rap spot of just bringing up random shit, so it was actually different.
I knew you like it. I knew it.
Yeah. I don't want to ever do it again, but it was different. And plus, we actually got something done without Raph going on out on tangent. So, yeah, it was good.
Actually had written down tonight, prepare for Rath's randomness, so I had myself prepared for it, and then it never happened. Chris, do you have a quote for us this week?
Yes, I do. It's one that the greatest hockey player on earth, Connor McDavid, cherished as a kid, and it's, ask yourself if what you're doing today is getting you closer to where you want to be tomorrow. So, I don't know who said that. It's a quote that someone else liked, and I like it.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like it too.
Hey Chris, before we finish,
bud.
let me do the random rap stuff.
Oh God! No.
What does that stuff that you say in the end means? I don't even get it. What is the
The 6 on
keep
the
your
ice.
6 on the ace or something that you say? I don't know.
You play hockey with a hockey stick,
Okay.
and you want to keep your sticks on the ice, because if you put your sticks up, you can take someone's eye out,
Keep your stick.
and you can cross check them, which hurts. So you want to keep your sticks on the ice.
Guys, can I Google it? Okay, keeping your stick on
Yeah,
the
you can
ice.
Google it.
You can
Yeah.
shoot at them. Okay.
Yep, you can block
Because
shots.
I just want to say it correctly when you're not in the show.
Okay.
I want to do like keep your stick on the ice.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, cool.
it's a good tagline. I like it.
Okay.
If you look up red green Canadian icon, then he says it a lot too. So yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. Cool.
Okay, and so with that, you're welcome to check out Clix on the Barbie on our social media. You can find us on Facebook, and feel free to send questions through to us there if you like. You can find us on Twitter at Barbie Clix. And yeah, so as we bring another episode to a close and turn off the Barbie, we'd like to thank you for tuning into the show. Have a great week, and remember, even a poor plan is better than no plan at all. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Thanks. Keep your sticks on the ice.